We've got some hefty shit to talk about. You cannot change people, okay? Putting yourself first is the best thing you can do for yourself. Like, have little goals, little things that you know that you can look forward to. It's a risk that I think if I don't try now, I will never be able to put my full into it. Welcome back. I really hope everyone is having a good week. I am going to be filming what I have learned at 18. It's been a bit of a year, I tell you that. I've got all my notes. I'm probably going to film this and then look back on it and think, shit, I learned this as well. You learn so much in your younger years, and then I guess you just, everything you learn, you build your character, your identity, and then you honestly like apply that in your older years. I've noticed so many mental changes in the last couple months. My morals and my values, funny enough, are also changing a lot, where you would think like it's a gradual change over time, whereas I think mine have just like drastically changed, where you think you know what you want in life and things can change so quickly. Your mentality can change so quickly, especially at this age where everyone's just on their own path, and obviously that's something I'm going to be speaking about today, where everyone is just on their own journey. Let's get into it because we've got some hefty shit to talk about. What I have learned at 18 years of age. Do what you want. Which leads me into the don't be pressured into things. I've learned this obviously a lot recently. If you know me, you know me. And I'm talking don't be pressured by your peers. Don't be pressured by family. Don't be pressured by your partner. Don't be pressured by anyone to do things, because just sit on it. Just sit on it. Give it. Don't just say, oh, I'll sleep on it and decide in the morning, because that only works for minor things. If you're thinking of a big change, like I recently decided that I'm not going to go to uni, that doesn't mean I'm never going to go to uni. That just means right now I don't feel like it's the best thing for me. Do most people around me want to go, like want me to go to uni? Of course they do. And I am taking a big risk with social media. It is a massive risk, but it's a risk that I think if I don't try now, I will never be able to put my full into it. It is the best time really to pursue this. It's also the best time to pursue uni, but ultimately I've chosen this route and this is the route I'm going down, and I don't want people in my ear saying you're not doing the right thing, you should do this, you should do that, because just because you're older doesn't mean I should always take that advice. Don't get me wrong, people have maturity, they've gone through life, they know more than you in the adult world, as they all say, but you can still make your own decisions, especially at this age. Take breaks in your life. It's okay to like slow down a bit, especially like I have obviously been in education all the way up until 18. This is my first moment in life where I've just took a break. I'm honestly cruising along life, and doing social media allows me to do that. Like, it allows me to create my own schedule and be me. Journal all your negative thoughts. You can have a positive journal, don't get me wrong. Have an inspirational journal, have a confident, aspiring, dream journal. But also I think it's very, very healthy to have like a burn book, per se. It's in the moment, it's irrational, it's based off emotion. Honestly, a lot of it, I wouldn't want people to look at it because they would probably get offended. Even if you feel like it doesn't help, it's an outlet. Stop holding on to things and just keep moving forward. Stop dwelling on the past. I massively believe in this. Don't let things hold you back, because things that hold you back are honestly quite toxic normally. Also, staying in the present. Stop dwelling on the past. Stop thinking too much about the future. Just focus on where you are now, because past and future will do a lot of, like, you might overthink something too much in the future, and it honestly might just stress you out too much. And honestly, you just need to think, when I get there, I will deal with it. Look after your physical health. The sooner you learn it, the better. Do I do everything in my power to do that? No. I drink caffeine every day. Listen to your body. Boredom eating can make you feel really gross about yourself. I only learn it because my physical health isn't always great, because things can change so quickly. You can't change people. You cannot change people, okay? You can only act accordingly to other people and their decisions and their behaviours. You don't always have to say everything. You don't always have to call people out. Just know that you know that information and you will act accordingly. You cannot change the way they act towards you, the way they act towards others. You can only just stand back and act accordingly to whatever the situation is. And people will judge you. People will judge, okay? They think that they're entitled, especially in this like social media sort of thing. You would see so much judgment online. Honestly, ignore it. If you're on the receiving end and you're creating content and people are judging you, ignore it. If you can see people judging others, ignore it. Then people just want you to be raged. When it's judgment within your circle, it is honestly, it's very intoxicating because it's so close to you. Like, there's one thing it being online and there's another thing being in person. It only says more about them than it does you. Hopefully people will see through it, because half the time people will. Stop comparing yourself to others. This is a lot for me at the gym, because everyone's on a different timeline, and this can apply to the gym, to life in general, to education, to careers. Some people go to uni. Some people go to uni in their later life. Some people have kids at 18. Some people have kids at 35. And there's no point comparing, because this is your life. This is the one life you're living. If you live it one way, if you live it another way, that is just your fate really, and what you've chosen or not chosen. Or you just have to believe that everything happens for a reason. Everyone's got a different deal of cards. Even if some people look like they have the dream life, don't get it twisted. Everyone goes through shit. Don't let other people delay your progress. And this is like, especially with like education and career, some people will suggest things and then you go with it thinking it's the best choice, and it's actually not. So that's why I said just do what you want, because other people will try and hold you back, or even unintentionally will hold you back, and you've just got to push through. Especially like partners and stuff, sometimes you don't do things because you sacrifice a lot for them. Even if you're in a relationship, you're also your own person. You're not just in that relationship. You've got your own identity and your own life to live. Post that video. Post that video, girl. It takes one video. And I'm saying this while I've got like under 1,000 subscribers. I get 100 views, if that, a lot of the time. I here and there might get a video that gets a few thousand, but it's not an everyday thing. I am a very small creator. I've started doing TikTok a bit more often, and honestly I'm at the bottom of the barrel. Just try not to beat yourself up a bit too much. Don't let anxiety take away good memories. Anxiety and depression take away so much from you. This weekend I'm going out on a night out, and it's in London, so I'm going to be sleeping in a different place, which like anxiety everywhere. Getting the train, anxiety. Being in a different city, anxiety. It's all anxiety inducing, but it's with good people. I'm going to make good memories, and honestly I could easily just say no and say my anxiety is really not having it, but I'm going to go. And if you're watching this, hey, it's not that I don't want to go, it's genuinely just I freak out. It's a new place, I'm sleeping in a different place, it's just scary to me. I live in my comfort and I hate going out of my comfort zone. Honesty, be honest. Obviously there's a time and place, but be honest, be upfront. If something needs to be said, something needs to be said. Stop avoiding. And a lot of this advice, honestly, I take with a pinch of salt, because sometimes I do take it, sometimes I don't. Sometimes your emotions get in the way of being a better person. And I will admit that, like, a lot of the time my emotions and my mentality can get in the way of me being the person I want to be. It's okay to keep your peace with people even if you feel conflicted privately. As I said, you've got a one-up. If people are going to be shitty people, then people are going to be shitty people. It doesn't mean you should be shitty back. You know that you're the bigger person. That's all I could say. Don't be a people pleaser. Some people just won't like you. You're not going to be likeable to everyone as much as you might want to be. Like, I would love to be likeable to everyone. I think I'm funny. I think I'm a pretty good person, but not everyone's going to like me. And that's for different reasons. It's not all going to be like, oh, we just don't like personality. Some people just won't gel with you, and that's okay. The same way you just won't gel with other people. Adapt to your surroundings. This can be people, places, situations, anything. Just adapt. Having that, like, environmentally, I don't know, just being able to kind of adapt to different situations, because sometimes you need that skill, especially in career, workplace, professional, but also in your personal life. I think it's very good to kind of figure out where you kind of fit in people's lives. Very, very smart move, because it's always better to be safe than sorry, always. Time is precious, just be appreciative. I have learned this so much over the last couple months, that like, people can go at any point. And I've not lost anyone, but there's been situations where we've been worried about people, and it really gets you thinking. And you see it all over the internet. People lose people every day. People lose their partners, their mums, their dads, their siblings, their children. It's heartbreaking. And I think it's okay to just remind yourself every now and then, just send people a message being like, need to meet up, or like that you miss them, or that you love them, etc. Put yourself first. Oh. Put yourself first. This obviously links to doing what you want and just not taking shit from people, because you can be selfish. It's not horrible to be selfish. Obviously, there are situations where being selfish is like not the move. But most of the time, putting yourself first is the best thing you can do for yourself, especially in the adult life world sort of thing. Because with career, having a partner, starting a family, all of that stuff, you want to put yourself first. You want to do what you want. Have goals, even ones that might seem unreachable to you at the moment, like me. Would I love to be Molly May? Hell yes. I want to be massive in the influencing and content creation industry, but obviously to me that seems like such a big unreachable goal, and it's okay to have goals like that, because one day that might be very much reachable. Don't give up on things before you've even tried. I think that's what I'm trying to say, is like, you can have a goal and you can work towards it. It might take 10 years, it might take 2, you just don't know. And I feel like, yeah, just don't scrap something before you've already tried to invest yourself into it. Stop trying to fit in. Don't try. Just be yourself, and the right people will be around you in your circle. And everything happens for a reason. So the people that have left you in the past or don't bother with you, they're not meant to bother with you. They're not meant to be in your life. Or they're meant to be very low maintenance. They're meant to be kept at a distance. They're meant to be there. You can't control everything. You can control how you are in a situation, but you cannot control things around you sometimes. Things happen for a reason. Things will happen out of your control. Things will happen that are very unsettling. Settle with the unknown. Ask for help. If you need help, ask for it. It's not embarrassing to ask for help, because you'd rather be safe than sorry in some situations. You don't have to avoid asking for help just because you want to seem like you're this really strong, independent person. It doesn't make you like a failure or weak or any less. It doesn't invalidate your strength for asking for help in a struggling situation. Find things to look forward to. These can be tiny, tiny, tiny things. Like, I know I'm going to get money in like 2 weeks' time, and I'm thinking I can use the rest of my Monopoly wins for McDonald's to get a hash brown. I think have little goals, little things that you know that you can look forward to. Having an everything shower, you know, once that is done, you're going to feel amazing about yourself. You know that once you declutter your room, it's going to feel so much more comforting to sit in your space. Save. I don't care if you're saving £2 a month or 30 or 10 grand. Anything, any amount to save is good. I put an amount in my savings, and I know I'm going to take it back up because I'm going out this weekend and it's a birthday. I'm not going to miss it. But I know once I get money, I'm going to replace that money. But always have something in your savings, because there's going to be emergencies. You're going to have a house to save for, you're going to have a car, you're going to have children one day, you're going to have holidays, you're going to have anything. And if you can invest some money over the course of 5-10 years, that is amazing. But just have something in your savings. And if you are in a position to do so, I guess get a savings that you can't take money back out of, because that's not okay. Reach out to people, reach out to family members that maybe don't reach out to you so often, because I think a lot of the time people have problems with reaching out to people because no one's reaching out to them, and it's painful to watch. So painful. It's horrible. So just start reaching out to people, and they will appreciate it. They'll appreciate it a lot. And you might reach out to someone once or twice, and then a couple of weeks later they might reach out to you. Embrace failure. You're gonna fail. You're gonna fail. It's inevitable. Embrace it, learn from it, do better. It will better you as a person. Time is the biggest healer. Oh my God. Time is the best thing for you, for your brain. Distractions are only avoiding it. Be open to new anxiety-inducing experiences. I'm bad at this because I hate anxiety and doing new things and trying new things, like I am this weekend. I'm going out to places I don't know where I'm going. But just try and embrace the new, because once you've gone through it, it feels like an achievement. Slow down in life. It's okay to take a break. Obviously, sometimes you can't practically take a break, say when you've got work, but maybe it's having a bath so you get an hour to yourself. It's when you get in bed reading a book so you can just get out of your life. Just doing little things that make time just feel a little less rushed. You will grow out of people and experiences and interests and passion. You will grow out of things. I've learned that a lot over the last few months because I'm obviously not going to uni. I do think my passion for psychology, it's there, but I'm slightly growing out of it to the point where it wasn't. I don't think it's the degree for me. It might be further down the line. That interest might rekindle, but right now it's not for me. You'll outgrow partners and friends, and it's shit, but it happens. It just happens. You outgrow your family home. You know when it's time to get out. You know when it's time to get out of that relationship, or it's time to stop reaching out to that friend because you know they're no longer reaching out to you because they've got a new job and they've got new friends and they've got a new partner. There's just things that you grow out of, and as you mature you will realise these things. You can't always be happy all of the time. Sometimes people put pressure on themselves too much to be happy, and then it also ends up bringing you down further because you've not reached that goal. And I have a problem with this because I've been in a long-term depression for as long as I can remember, but I think the problem I have is I expect myself to just be happy, and then as the day goes on I slowly go downhill because I feel like I'm not reaching my full potential, and it ends up you end up beating yourself up a bit because it's almost like you made a promise and you can't keep it, and you keep making that goal and not reaching it, and it just keeps bringing you further down. You'll be okay. This is my final thing. You will be okay. You'll be fine. There's so many experiences where there's uncertainty, you're struggling, you're mentally not there. There's been so many nights that I've sat here and just thought, I cannot do this. You feel like you can't sit with these emotions. You feel like you can't be in this life. You feel like you can't get through to the next day. And I'm just here to tell you that it's okay. Even if you don't want to take that seriously, because I am an 18-year-old speaking to a screen, to a camera. I think that's something I would like to tell my younger self, like, it will be okay. Just sit with things. Take it day by day. Everything will happen for a reason. Things happen for a reason, and you may not anticipate what that reason is until it gets to it. You might think, I don't think there's a good reason for this experience, when really when you come out of it you think, I am stronger, I learned this. Everything has its purpose in life, and this has been going on for way too long, so I really hope everyone enjoyed. I've used up so much of my battery, but yeah, I really hope everyone enjoyed. I hope everyone's having a good week, and I will see you all next Friday.